I'll start with Graham. Graham on the end. Graham McFadden works for the British Library, where he's head of digital and marketing operations. Welcome, Graham. British Library is a fantastic product, great awareness, wonderful proposition, but I'm imagining you are faced with some of the same constraints in terms of getting that message out there that perhaps Tom is at Amnesty. So what kind of approach have you taken there?
Yeah, it feels like the same challenge.
With James Brown as your backdrop.
Similar challenge. Yeah, it sounds fun next door. The context for us is this kind of seismic shift, I suppose, from paid media through to owned and earned media. And really, at the British Library, the turnaround, if you like, has been in recognizing that that's a good thing for us. The British Library was never going to spend its way to marketing success, ever. Even in the old world when, well, you know, in the Mad Men world, where you knew that attention had a price and you paid that price and didn't matter if half of it was wasted, that was just factored into the cost. That was never going to work for the British Library. So seeing this shift through to owned and earned media as a positive thing has enabled us to take a completely different approach, I suppose, to some of our most marketable products. And really, what I'm talking about there are things like major exhibitions. So, for example, 2015, yes, last year was a Magna Carta anniversary, 800 years or something since the signing of Magna Carta. So it was a big year for the British Library. You know, it's pretty home territory for us. We should be, inverted commas, owning that space. So we really wanted to see if we could shift the balance a bit from the traditional arts and heritage exhibition copy and paste marketing plan, which is very out of home base. You know, it's all suburban cross tracks and London Underground posters and so on. So we tried to really kind of sweat the owned and the earned media more than we have ever done, really. So about a year out, we created a website. We call it a web space, just for internal reasons, avoiding sort of kind of micrositing, siloing. So we created this really small Magna Carta web space. When I say small, it probably 4 articles, you know, interpretation of Magna Carta with I don't know, probably a dozen digitized collection items. So the original Magna Carta, digitized, high definition, there on the web for anybody who wanted to see it. Not a huge investment in time, and certainly not a huge investment in money. Probably took about 2 weeks end to end to put it all together, and enabled us to start building up the audience for what we knew was going to happen a year later, 12 months out. So we started to really work our SEO on the Magna Carta website, and by the time the exhibition came around, we've got 50 to 100,000 people monthly visiting that web space. So that's an audience that we can then go into kind of conversion mode on. And then on the earned media, we really tried to pedal a bit faster on that as well by thinking about what we can do pre-opening. We don't just want to go surprise, you know, here's an exhibition, we've been working on it for a year, and now it's open, you can come and visit it. So about 3 months out, we staged a reunification. There are actually, believe it or not, four original versions of the Magna Carta from 1215 still in existence today. 2 of them at the British Library, one's at Lincoln Cathedral, one's at Salisbury Cathedral. So we brought them together for a one-off reunification event to mark the occasion, and we tried to build media and public interest around that. And so that obviously involves our press and comms team, and you know, big media outlets like the BBC. And that was great. People loved it. This is a kind of historic moment, really, and a one-off opportunity to see something that's never happened before. And if you for a Magna Carta geek, that you're just not going to miss that. and it's an opportunity to up the ante before opening and put 50, 60,000 names, qualified names, into a database that can then be used later on in your e-marketing programs. So that's what we've tried to do. We've really tried to make this, to go with this seismic shift from paid advertising towards owned and earned. And on that occasion, although we had the wind in our sails, it was a great, it was a great moment in history. We really made the most of it. We doubled our previous best ever exhibition attendance, so it was pretty successful by our standards.
Thank you very much. Join me in thanking Graham, Mark and Tom for a fantastic session. We've covered a lot in a short space of time. I hope you can go away with just maybe one of those experiences as a nugget to help you do what you do that bit better, and maybe spend less money, who knows. Thanks very much and enjoy the rest of your afternoon.